I'd like to welcome everyone to the 8th meeting of the National Black Feminist Book Group of our reading of We Are the Ones We Have Been Waiting For, Inner Light in a Time of Darkness, Meditations by Alice Walker. And I'm Georgette Moses. I'm your moderator for this evening from Columbia, South Carolina. I'd like to go around and have each of our core members introduce themselves. Let's start with Randie.
Hi everyone, my name is Randie. I am watching from Atlanta and I'm excited for tonight.
My name is Walker. I'm joining you all from Connecticut.
My name is Michelle Odom. I am here in the Bronx, New York tonight.
Hi Kim.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi everybody.
And tonight it's our last two chapters, chapter 13 and 14, Orchids and To Be Led by Happiness. Chapter 14, To Be Led by Happiness, March 8, 2003. Summary. Walker recalls the feeling she experienced attending a march in Washington, D.C. on International Women's Day, where she and other members of Code Pink expressed their opposition to the United States' involvement in the Iraqi War and were arrested. The heart enjoys experiencing the liberating feeling of compassion, wrote Walker, expressing the need to hear and value the voice of the awakened feminine. It expands and glows as if beaming its own sun upon the world. That is the warmth our cooling emotional world so desperately needs to preserve its humanity. In jail, the women sang songs and told stories. It is this savoring of the ecstatic nature of impersonal love that lets the peacemakers of the world do our job. It is this love whose inevitable companion is not only peace, but happiness and joy. We are the ones we have been waiting for. On her way to an anti-war demonstration, Walker contemplates the words of an ancestor who knew and said out loud that if the world doesn't change its direction, there won't be much left of it. Albert Einstein, of the crazy hair, sad eyes, and magnificent mind, was wise enough to know that we were on a path to bomb ourselves back to the Stone Age. We have been on that path for a long time. The people who created the problem and continue creating them are not interested in a solution. That part is up to the rest of us. Let the mind of the grandmothers of the world be heard. Tell the truth and be fearless as you stand in love and solidarity with all human beings. And then the two questions are, Alice Walker had a smooth experience when she was arrested and jailed for protesting the war against Iraq. Think about the protests that have occurred recently in Ferguson, Missouri, and China. Are these worthy causes, and will they succeed? And the last question, have you ever participated in a public protest or demonstration? Okay, so we already know Michelle has not participated in a public protest or demonstration.
No, that's not true.
Oh, really?
I have participated in many,
Oh,
um,
okay.
but not in recent years.
Mm.
Um, but no, I've done it, and um, been chased down by the police on horseback, and all that kind of drama and trauma. Um, I just, like I said, I think there are multiple ways to contribute to what the community needs. So
Somebody's got to be there to bail you out of jail, right?
that's right.
Excellent, excellent.
I do think that um, the protests in Ferguson and China are worthy causes. Well, at first I was getting real discouraged about how long the protests thing were taking. Not in terms of the fact that Darren Wilson still hasn't been indicted or fired has just blown my mind, but not really. But still, Melissa Harris Perry on her show, I didn't watch it, but I had read the article circulating. She had reminded everybody that the boycotting during the civil rights movement took like 380 something days. So, and it's only been 64 since Mike Brown has been was murdered. So, in that sense, I think it's really great to see Black people register to vote, and communities come together non-violently but passionately in order to make a change. And have I ever participated in public protests? No. Well, I don't know. Well, I haven't. No, I haven't. But in school, we did a lot of resisting. So I resisted a lot, but I haven't participated in public protests.
Well, that might qualify. Resistance. Mm-hmm.
I think so. They definitely made people uncomfortable.
Well, what was the form of the resistance?
We had a lot of we mandated a lot of seminars. We took over a lot of the main areas of my campus. We had a commemoration of the Galpin takeover, which happened in '84 at my school in April. That's when all the Black kids took over the main building on campus and wouldn't leave until the school gave us Africana studies and hired more Black teachers and teachers of color and made made Black people more comfortable and people of color more comfortable. There were no Greek organizations for Blacks, nothing. And so we did a commemoration of that, and the school did not want us to, but obviously they had to let us do it or there would be another takeover. So little things like that, we've irritated a lot of people. So.
Wow, impressive. I'm proud of you, Randie. All right. Pick them up.
Proud of you too, Randie.
Wow.
I can go next.
Okay.
I guess China. I'm not so up on this week, and whether or not they'll be successful. But I do think that in terms of Ferguson and in terms of the United States, I think that we as African Americans have to start to own our economic power. And what I would love to see a list of places where Black people shop and don't shop, so that we can say, if you want fast food, go to Burger King's and not McDonald's, or vice versa, and then you will see our power. And then we could say, go to Walmart, don't go to Target. And then when Target's revenue is hit and they go down 75 or 17%, you'll start to see that we're the ones with the power, and then we'll know how much power our dollar has. So it's not, I don't agree when people say don't shop. I think that you should use every dollar as a vote, and any organization that helps us, helps the cause, that's where we spend our money. So you could start to say to some of these stores, how are you helping us in Ferguson? Did you send water down? Did you do anything to help us? Then we can't pick you. And so that's what I like to see. And then in terms of boycotting and activism, I go to almost every protest that I could possibly go to. I've been very lucky not to have been hurt. One of the things I'm most proud of is that I was one of those people that was making the calls for Obama all through the country, and I did that for a whole day. And you know, from Sean Bell to Trayvon Martin, anytime there's a protest, I bring my body. That's what I do. I bring one more body, and I don't have to have even when they had to bring our girls back, I was there too, and I just go. And if nobody wants to come with me, I go anywhere, because there's going to be a day when somebody does something to me, and I want somebody to show up. But I do think that we have to be more strategic than just marching. So that's me.
All right. Yeah, wow. Excellent. I'm proud of you too, Kim. Look at you. Look at you. Y'all make me seem like I'm a mushroom. I need to get out here and do some stuff. But
Wow.
I love your idea about.
Kim, we didn't know you like that, girl.
I'm sorry?
We didn't know you like that, Kim. We don't Kim this evening. I like it. I didn't know you like that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. This is the real Kim all along.
All right, Kim, get out there.
Yeah, I love your idea about the strategic use of the dollars, because we are worth billions.
That's right.
And we are mainly consumers.
That's right.
You know, so if we're not going to create a business, a niche for ourselves, hey, let's make them jump to our tune.
You know,
Wow.
do both. Do both.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kim. Powers in numbers,
Yeah.
for sure.
Very true.
Yeah.
And Venita.
Yeah, I'm just, I don't know. It's a long day. I participated when I was much younger in a couple of protests, but mine were usually individual protests against unequal treatment, being a brownie in a Girl Scout, an all-white troop, applying to, or my godparents applying to Friend Select School, which is in Center City downtown, when I was a little girl, so I could be admitted there. And there were no other black students there, and taking their tests and passing their tests, but for some ungodly reason, they did not want me in the school. Protested, or should I say, a voiceful stance in the school systems in predominantly all Caucasian areas where my children grew up, making sure that my children were given the same consideration that all the other 99.9% of Caucasian students were given, where they grew. I've been around. Mine are usually, to be honest with you, not that I'm not a collective person, but they always turned out to be, I am the person, I was individual. I had to stand up for me so that I could stand up for others, you know, that type of situation. Mm-hmm. And that I prefer to be the puppeteer. I enjoy being a puppeteer, especially at this point in my life. I like to be in the background. You know, you need people for everything, but I like to be in the background working the strings.
Okay.
Or helping to work the strings. Of course, we're old as hell too, Georgette. I didn't want to say that. As you usually do. Oh, okay. I'm old, Georgette. I can't get myself out there, be running down the street and all that stuff, and sitting out in the cold and all that now.
I understand, and I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. We all got to find our spot in
We got Randy for
the
that.
resistance. Okay.
Yeah, resistance. That's what it is. I like that, Randy. That's the way you protest, girl. Resist. Relax your nerves and sit down and don't move. If you get what you want. I like that. That's what we're doing now. We're going to start resisting, Michelle.
Oh my goodness. Oh my.
Right.
Well,
Okay.